What's up guys, it's Jamie. Today's video I'm going to show you the 5-phase process I use to scale my business from 0 to 51K in a single month, and how you can take what I'm teaching here to replicate this in your own business. This is going to be relevant if you're a coach, course creator, consultant, affiliate marketer, or anyone that sells anything online. Just going to hop over to my screen in a second there and let's rock and roll. Welcome back guys, and thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jamie Gardner, and like I say, this video is really uncovering the 5-phase acquisition system that I use to scale my business to as high as $51,000 in a single month. This is ideal, like I say, if you're a coach, course creator, consultant, high-ticket affiliate marketer, or anyone with an existing audience online, just not entirely sure how to monetize it. So I call this my DINP process, and this is something that I teach inside my Ultimate Marketing Mastermind. This process and framework has been taught to hundreds of students, and now it's all yours, right? So if you stick around, I've actually got something really cool for you. It's a free script, and that script is going to show you how to take your dream prospects, fill them into your group, and monetize in a very, very short space of time. So stick around, I'll show you how to get access for free for that. Right, so what exactly do you need for this process to work? Now, first and foremost, of course, you're going to need a community. Okay, so I choose Facebook groups as where I do all my training around and what I mainly teach. However, some of my students have got clever, and what they've done is gone onto other platforms such as School or something else out there, maybe Instagram, things like that, in order to build a community. So I prefer Facebook quite simply because if you get Facebook groups right, they are an absolute gold mine. But of course, if you really don't want to be on Facebook, that's completely cool. This process will work for a lot of other platforms as well. Now, the other reason why this works so well, and the other reason why I developed it in the way that I did, is because you don't need a whole bunch of stuff. You don't need funnels to get started with. You don't need to run paid ads to get started with. You don't need a whole bunch of that stuff. No crazy tech. It's literally just taking a Facebook group, chucking some of your dream customers in there, and crafting an offer which absolutely solves their problems. So if you can do that, then you can get started, right? Hence why I say it caters for a lot of people. Now, the other thing you're going to need is the entry question. I'm going to cover those in a moment there as well. You're going to need a high ticket offer. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be high ticket, of course. Having said that, if you are relatively new to this universe and you don't have an existing audience, it's a little bit harder to gain that traction and, I guess, income that you need if you're not selling a high ticket item. So if you sell something for, say, $100, yeah, it works. Yeah, it's awesome. But the problem is that in order for you to hit $5,000, $10,000 per month, you're going to need to sell 50 or 100 of them, right? And that's when you're getting started. And of course, that part of it is a little bit tricky to achieve unless you have an existing audience. Okay, that's why I say if you don't have a big audience, get started with high ticket, because it's a larger amount of money for a smaller audience. Okay, so that's what I suggest. And if you're interested, I will leave a link below to my Ultimate Marketing Mastermind program, or UMM for short, if you'd like to check out the free case study on how you can take this concept and make it work for your specific situation. Right, so you're also going to need a lead magnet. Now, I'm going to leave a link probably below. I did a free training on that recently on how to develop your own lead magnets, what they need to include in order to really pack the punch and get in front of your ideal audience as well. So I'll leave a link somewhere around for that one as well. You're also going to need a training video of some kind. You're going to need either that, or in the guide section, you can chop up a video and have it like a couple of minutes each, things like that. Either one is fine. I've got a welcome video. It's about 40 minutes long. Really, probably too long for people that have never heard of me before, but that's the way it goes. You're welcome to check that out. Like I say, I'll leave a link for my Facebook group there as well if you'd like to check that out. You're also going to need, I guess, the ability to sell stuff, right? And again, I've got scripts and all sorts of stuff. I'll leave links for those other videos that I've got there as well. Anyway, moving forward, let's address the magic questions to put in your group in order to elicit the data that you need in order to make it work for your content, in order to make it work for your sales and acquisition process, right? So here they go. What's the number one thing you'd like to learn from this community? Now, I borrowed this off the guys over at Clients and Communities. Go check them out. Those guys are absolutely awesome at what they do in terms of group growth and monetization. But that was one of their ones. I thought it was absolutely ninja. And so here's the cool thing about this. So this is why this particular question works so well. And so many marketers, they will come out and say, hey, what are you struggling with? And that's fine. Don't get me wrong. But you probably wouldn't answer that question yourself if it was to a complete stranger. There'd need to be a level of trust there before you divulge that type of information. And so the sneaky part about this is if you ask them what they would like to learn, what's the number one thing you would like to learn, people are going to give you what is in their subconscious as a pain point. That is their biggest struggle, right? What they would like to learn. That's the number one thing that they'd like to learn. It means that there is a deficiency in that part of their business. Okay. Super ninja, like I say, credit to those dudes for that. Now, here's the crazy thing with that. That then feeds into your content. And I'll explain how this works in a moment. Because now, instead of guessing what your content needs to be, you can actually just take it from your existing audience. They have actually told you in advance what they would like to learn about. How powerful is that? You see where I'm going with this, why it's so unbelievably powerful. Now, the other side of that is if you're in a sales dynamic with someone and they've said something like, hey, I really struggle with leads. Well, they wouldn't say that. They would say, I'd like to learn about leads. Then you've got ammo, you've got ammunition for that. You now know what a deficiency is. So can you talk me through exactly what it is that you do to acquire leads for your business? How are you acquiring leads? Where are you getting these leads from? How are you communicating with those leads? How are you framing yourself when those leads enter your world? Right? You can start to unravel what's actually going on and look at what's going on behind the surface level stuff that they want to learn, right? Really, really powerful. Moving on. So this is basically just what we call permission to pitch in sales. And my one is I've helped over 900 students scale their high income through high ticket affiliate marketing and coaching. Would you like to hear how I can help you scale your income? Now, for me, this is flexible. I change it from time to time. Obviously, as my customer base grows, I change that. Sometimes I reference the larger months that I've had online. I might make it around that. Really depends. But think about what you can do for yourself in order to start to ask, hey, is it cool if I head over to Messenger and deliver some free goods for you? Is it cool if I have a chat to you about how I actually help people out, right? Whatever it is for you and your business, you leverage that, but like obviously craft it specifically for your people, right? Last one is what are you promoting? So that's if you're an affiliate marketer, you kind of want to get an insight as to where people are at. And if they say none, then guess what? There's a likelihood, sometimes people lie, by the way, but there is a likelihood that those people are fresh into their journey, are just getting started. Now, what that means is if someone's brand spanking new to this whole thing, then there's a different way for you to communicate with them versus someone that has maybe had a couple of years experience, right? There's also a different communication style, different offer that you tend to make for the people that are just getting started because they need the rookie information. They don't need the high level stuff, right? So there's a different sales mechanism in place at that point. You can try different things. I know some of my students collect email addresses here. There's a range of different things that you can do. It's really up to you. Like I say, it's flexible with that third question. So let's have a look at the actual process itself. So it's really simple. On one side, we've got Facebook traffic. Okay, so if you take nothing else from this video, please take this what I'm about to say. Please don't try to be everywhere when you're getting started. I beg you, if you're relatively new to coaching, course creation, consulting, high ticket affiliate marketing, and you're like, oh, this is fun, I'm going to be on every platform I possibly can be on because I think that's how I'm going to get a whole bunch of traffic, I can assure you that is the wrong approach. And what will happen is over time, you'll get fatigued, you'll get content burnout, which we've all experienced, by the way. It's not unique to beginners. I have gone through these cycles myself as well. And one of the reasons for that is because if you're trying to be on YouTube and Pinterest and Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat, if that's still a thing, and TikTok and LinkedIn and email address and chatbots and all that stuff, you're going to burn yourself out. There's too many irons in the fire at that point. Okay? Really, really important. Take heed to my advice. Here's the thing. The other part of that is if you're getting started, you probably haven't done that much, right? So go do some stuff so that way your content is way more impactful. What people make the mistake of doing is like, cool, here's how to hypothetically sell some stuff that I've never done. And the problem with that approach is, guess what? They've never done it. So it's not coming from a place of authority, not coming from a place of authenticity in the communication. Okay, super powerful. So stick with one platform. May not be Facebook as well. Here's the ninja thing. I work with some folks, and I'm in the same coaching as them now. They started in coming through my coaching, which is the Super Affiliate Accelerator with Jake Karras and Chris Donnelly. They came through that, and then they developed their own thing, and we teamed up, and like it's amazing. Anyway, those guys focused on TikTok, but they still have a group monetization mechanism on the back of it, right? So it might be that that's your core focus is something like TikTok, is driving traffic over there. My argument to make against that, however, is you can't control the metrics. That's the thing that you can't control. So if you were saying, hey, I'm stuck with leads, and you're like, cool, well, I'm going to go put out a reel, we can't guarantee how many leads you're going to get off the back of that. You might get none. I can't figure that out, right? I can't say, okay, I'm going to put out this piece of YouTube content and it's going to get me another 300 leads. Go me. I can't guarantee that, right? You might be able to aim for those metrics as your business grows, but in the initial stages, absolutely not, right? So this is why I'm like, just hit the pavement, DM some folks, get a few folks that are your ideal audience into your community in order to start getting that initial traction that you need. Okay, super, super powerful stuff. Right. So here it is, Facebook group. So Facebook traffic. So like profile, reels, whatever you want to do, up to you, stories, etc., etc. Drive folks into your community, and you've got that funny little, what was that, trapezoid type shape? Is that a word? I think so. Anyway, got that weird shape there, and that is a wall. Okay, now in that wall, this is where the funnel is going to go at some point, but you don't have to have it to start with. Okay, don't overcomplicate things. Just get things moving. Start making a few sales. Leverage the money that is coming in from those sales to then invest in your business, to put a funnel in place, to put traffic in place, all that type of stuff. Right? Do it from the simplest layer you can, and then build upon that. It's just way easier from a mental perspective, especially if you have a full-time job and you're trying to transition away from it, right? Trust me. Anyway, so here's the thing. There is no point at all trying to sell to people that are not interested. So what we want to do is aim for the metaphorical hand raisers. I would like some information on that. Doesn't mean that these people are going to be buyers. Really important distinction. You're not assuming that every single person that comes into your group is like, hey, I'd like some free info. You're not trying to sell to absolutely everyone. You're only trying to sell to the folks that have a want and a need, right? Super powerful. Now, going back to the group entry questions, if, for example, they say at this point, yes, I would love for you to reach out to me and explain how I might be able to help you scale your income. I'd love for you to do that. That would be great. Scale my income. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they say that, you've got the green light. DM them. Hi, Mr. or Mrs. Thank you so much for being part of my wonderful community. It's amazing to have you on board. Love to hear a little bit more about your current journey to see whether or not I can actually help you out with some stuff. Is that cool? Sweet. Go from the top. What are you working on at the moment? Well, I'm doing this way, right? And so then, super natural, super relaxed sales process. Okay. Do they want help scaling? Yes. Now, what you want to do is when they enter your group, you hit the go button, let everyone in, you tag them into your welcome video or your welcome, like your guides section, right? Because you're hoping that some of them might see that value and they'll be like, oh, it's pretty cool. This helps me out massively. That's awesome. I'm in the right place. Now, if they are not a hand raiser, they've said, no, don't reach out to me. I hate you. Urgh. But they've said at the top, well, what would you like to learn? Lead generation. Okay. Hey, just want to say thanks for joining my group. Absolutely awesome to have you in there. You mentioned that you'd like to learn about lead generation. Happy to send some free information over to you, or perhaps hop on a call and explain my process. How are you generating leads at the moment? Open the dialogue up, okay? So it means that even if they're not a technical like hand raiser, you can still build that relationship with them. You can still give them some free stuff that's going to help them out. Okay? Massively powerful. Moving on. Now, the other thing, that's where the lead magnet comes in as well, because you want to prove in advance that you can help folks out. And so that's it. Then on the back of that, if they are a hand raiser, cool. The best way for us to be able to move forward is, instead of me having to type this out and write 987 words, it's probably easier if I am able to explain this on a really quick 15-minute call. Are you available Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday's best. I've got morning at 11 a.m. Also got 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Which one works best for you? 11. Okay, cool. Lock it in, and then send the Calendly, lock it in, etc. Right? Really, really simple. Now, here's the cool thing. You can spend 15 minutes with someone and you can work out straight away whether or not you as a coach can help that person out. You might not be able to. And if you can't, don't try and sell them some stuff. Direct them back to your free community. Direct them to other resources. And if you can, it's really simple. All you need to say is, awesome. I feel like based on everything that you've mentioned, I strongly believe I'll be able to help you out. I just need to go through some more stuff to make sure that you and I are the right fit and whether this is actually the right solution for you. Obviously, conscious of time at the moment. Do you want to? I suggest what we do is lock in another chat. It'll be about 45 minutes this time where I take a deep dive into the very specifics of your business to see whether or not I can actually help you out. When are you available for that? Book a time, etc. Right now, it might feel you might be thinking, well, hang on a minute, 2 calls. That's a bit of work there, Jamie. Yeah, it is. But put it this way: if you spend 15 minutes with someone and you realize they're not your jam, you don't get it along, you're not good mates, whatever it is, right? Then there's no point in pursuing that relationship any further. And for the cost of just 15 minutes, you're not chasing them endlessly in Messenger for months and months and months and months and months and months, right? Super, super powerful. And then when you get on a call that's 45 minutes, guess what? They're already been pre-framed because you're already trying to help them. You're like, look, I've got something that will potentially be a good fit for you. I just need to go through the stuff, right? So they're pre-framed into the sales call as well. So it's really, really powerful. It means that your close rate is astronomically high. And all you've done is spent 15 minutes doing this thing, which you can outsource as well, not super complex, to get the people that you believe you can help. Okay, without wasting a whole bunch of time chasing these people all over the internet for months and months and months and months and months just for them to say, oh, I'm broke. I can't afford anything. Cool. Like, that's how you're able to move forward really rapidly and grow things in a very rapid basis. Right. So that will lead to, last but not least, multicolored denominations of money. Who doesn't love that? Yeah, that's it, basically. Right, I did say, if you stick around, I will show you how to get access to this magic script. And here it is. I'm going to leave a link to this very thing below. You can go and click it here, and that's going to open up this page here. And that's it. Nice and easy. Now, it's an interactive, live, living, breathing thing. All you need to do is come in here and follow the prompts, and you'll be able to load up your group with some amazing humans, start selling some stuff, take what you've done through the sales of those things to then talk about that in your content. It creates way more authority than just this hypothetical, hey, here's how you potentially do stuff accordingly. So I've heard. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in. Check out my other videos. I'll leave some links around there and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.